Today, we are moving into my new apartment in Sydney, Australia. So we're gonna be setting up furniture, cleaning, getting organized, and I'm sharing everything that goes wrong along the way. Moving is always chaotic, but I feel like this move was particularly so. I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. Doggy door.
That's for me.
That's for you. Yeah, that's how you can get outside. Let's do a little tour. Why don't we? So I think this is gonna be my bathroom. This is where we'll do our get ready with me's. Not that I really do get ready with me's, but you know. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous, that tub. I will be taking advantage. Shower with like one of those handles that comes off. I'm forgetting the name of it. You gotta sneak in a little bit because this is pretty close right there. And we have 2 bedrooms. So this is the primary. Ooh, give us a tour. Show us around. There's not much to see. I feel like this will help give you a sense of the space. This is not like a massive bedroom, but for us, that's fine as long as we fit a king size bed in here. There's nothing else we really need. Since we have built-ins, that's so nice because we don't have to worry about getting dressers or anything like that, which saves us some money, but also just like logistically, it's a lot easier. These built-ins are absolutely gorgeous. Let's go see the other bedroom. So this is what we're looking like in this room. It is tiny, but since we don't have to get a bed in here and we're gonna use this as an office, it's honestly the perfect size. Yay. Oh my gosh. The lighting in here is not too bad in terms of like filming for videos. Maybe this will be my little filming studio. Okay, now I'm gonna take you to my favorite place in the entire apartment, which is the kitchen, living room, dining room area. That was honestly the main selling point of this apartment for me, was having all of this natural light. I feel like so many of the newer apartments are just like one set of windows and then nothing else. Honestly, this kitchen is beyond my wildest dreams. Not only is it beautiful, it's huge compared to my kitchen back in Utah. I was so excited to see that this detaches because that makes it so much easier to do dishes, and this is huge honestly compared to a lot of what we've been seeing. Dishwasher, which is amazing. I was very excited to see that they have trash cans, so we don't have to have trash cans out. And then obviously oven. I think these pendant lights are gonna start a chrome theme for me. And then this is the dining room. So gorgeous. And then I don't know if you can see, but there's space right there to do bar stools if we wanted to do that. Oh, the kitchen is so gorgeous. I actually can't believe it. It is beyond my wildest dreams. We are honestly starving, so I think we're going to do a couple of measurements of like the fridge and how big of a couch we can get, and just a few things we need to measure before we go. And then I think we're gonna head down, get some lunch, and then we have quite a long trek, probably like an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours back to our Airbnb in Bondi Beach. So I can't believe it. It is so surreal. This is actually our apartment and this is where we live. I can't. Okay, I will talk to you later. It is moving day. So kind of an anticlimactic move because we just basically took an Uber from our Airbnb in Bondi to our new apartment. If you're not familiar, the Australian furniture company Koala has this warehouse in Sydney where they have items that are returned by their customers that they resell heavily discounted. So we got a couch, an armchair, an ottoman, a king size mattress, and a king size bed frame for, I think the total was like 3,000 Australian dollars, which is 70% off of their retail price, which is incredible. Everything is in basically perfect condition. This stuff was not used at all. It was also amazing that they delivered straight to us because we did not want to rent U-Haul truck or whatever the Australian equivalent is. We were a little bit nervous to do that, and we don't have a car. We also managed to get my absolute dream color. I have wanted to have a green couch, or at least just like bring some color into my space for so long, and they just so happened to have a green couch and a matching chair and ottoman on the floor, and this was the exact model of couch that I wanted. It's called the Torquay. And then we have a bed frame that needs to be built in here. Okay, so we have like an hour and a half until our fridge is being delivered. So we're going to run down to Kmart really quickly to pick up some essentials. Like I think we need laundry detergent, garbage bags, paper towels, dish soap, a couple things like that. And since we don't have a car, we will be taking them on the train with us. So hopefully we can keep it on the lighter side. Wow, I feel like I am looking rough, but we are due for an update. It's been like 4 hours and I haven't had time to film anything because it has been the most chaotic afternoon of all time. We also thought we were getting this customer number or whatever to be able to drive in New South Wales. Somehow ended up actually getting a New South Wales driver's license, which of course required a vision test and a photo. I was not prepared for said photo because I am moving today. So I was just not done up. My hair was undone. And yeah, so I'm very interested to see how that photo turned out. I have a bad feeling. And then we got a notification that our fridge was being delivered in the next like 20 minutes. So we rushed to the train station to head home. And of course the train is canceled. So we get an Uber. We get home in classic style. The fridge was actually delayed another like 2 hours. So the Uber and the rushing and the stress was a little bit unnecessary, but it's fine. It's being delivered now. That's great. I would say the icing on the cake today is that we ordered some pillows. We ordered them a week and a half ago and they were supposed to be delivered to our Airbnb. It had slipped both of our minds that these pillows were set to be delivered and they never came. We are an hour and a half train ride from our Airbnb each way, okay? And we have no pillows to sleep on. It's just moving. It's just classic moving. You know? So as it turns out, these are the only pillows in our entire house. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not going back out today to buy pillows, so I will be sleeping on a couch pillow tonight. So we have some drawers over here. Obviously gonna be taking advantage of those. These might be overflow, and then we've got some hangers. I think that's nowhere near enough hangers. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, we're burning daylight, so let's get started. Fun fact, I actually had to vacuum seal a bunch of dirty clothes to take with me because I didn't have time to do my laundry before we left. It wouldn't have been dry in time, so dirty clothes bags. Do we think my suitcase will fit up there? Let's find out. Oh, that is beautiful. Feeling good about this situation. Yeah, I'm gonna need some more hangers for sure, but looking pretty good. This could be organized better. I think I'm gonna do the book method of leggings where you like roll them up and stack them like this so you can see them like books on a bookshelf because, you know, right now I can't really see what I'm grabbing. So we do still have this to deal with, but I think I'm gonna take a break. I literally just spent the past 5 minutes getting my camera settings to be right, and now the sun goes behind a cloud. I am teetering on the brink. Hold on. We're just gonna have to ignore the lighting in this clip, okay? I'm at my wit's end. So here's what's gone down in the last about 16-ish hours since I've updated you. We put together our entire bed frame. The center metal pieces of the bed frame that we're supposed to snap in are about 1 inch too long. We were at our wit's end last night, so we just took the bed frame apart, moved it out of the way, and then slept on the floor. It's fine, not a huge deal. Woke up this morning ready to jump right into things, and we had someone coming out to check the AC because we tried to run it the night before, and we got a mysterious error and heard the sound of bubbling water, which is never a sound that you want to hear from your AC, okay? Not good. The AC technician confirmed that yes, the water pump in the bedroom needs a full replacement and we can't use any cooling until it's replaced. He originally said they were gonna have to rip out the entire wardrobe and ceiling, but he was like, actually, we can just put an external pump to fix it rather than ripping out and replacing the original water pump. So I was like, perfect. The sun is behind a cloud again. That's okay. We're gonna keep going. Went to go do some laundry this morning. The washing machine doesn't work. I tried unplugging it. I went to the circuit breaker. I did a factory reset. We had someone come out and look at it. We're gonna have to get a technician out here to figure it out. And until then, I am fully out of laundry. We got 30-day phone plans when we first landed. So our phone plans were up yesterday, of course, because that's how that goes. I spent like an hour trying to get Cal's phone plan set up and they would not accept his passport number and information online for verification. It was just broken for him. I don't know why. So his phone plan stopped working today. And also most of our deliveries were delayed. So I have been using shampoo as face wash and body wash. So I am trying to stay positive, be in a good vibe, in a good mood. But honestly, it's a little tough out here today. In every move, there's always going to be some things that go wrong. But I feel like this is kind of extreme. This is just bad luck, isn't it? We're going to try and stay positive. We're going to try and turn the day around. We're going to try and stay in a good mood. We'll see what we can do. Here's what we're looking like. So here's our gorgeous, beautiful bed frame from Koala Second Home. This piece is just not getting in there where it's supposed to be. Also, can you hear the sound of our AC water pump being broken? Listen. It's fully turned off, so the Koala team said we gotta just jam it in. So I think when Cal gets home, we'll teamwork it, see if we can just tilt the bed back a little bit and just shove it in there. So we'll see. That would be amazing. I feel like I just need some wins today. I'm not gonna lie to you. The sound of the dripping in the water pump from the AC is causing me issues. I have the can't listen to a dripping faucet gene where repetitive sounds actually drive me insane, and not in like a cute way, in like a potentially OCD way. I really wish it didn't. I think I have kind of auditory sensitivity type beat. So I'm going to leave this room. I think we need to find something fun to do that will make me feel a little bit more productive and have some wins for the day. So let's see what we can do. Target acquired. I'm going to break down all of these boxes and take them down to recycling. I think it'll be nice to have a little bit of space cleared up. Things are turning around here. We did manage to get the bed frame built. I'm dripping in sweat, but otherwise looking good. Do you guys not do ties in Australia, or did I just get a really cheap bed set? Because in the States, we do a little tie in the corner so that the filling doesn't move around. Try not to be jealous of my life right now. Honestly, this part is not that bad. It is the wringing the clothes out to put them into the dryer that I am not looking forward to. So I woke up this morning and I was like, okay, how can I turn things around and make today a better day? Because the chaos is just gonna happen. That's what it is. So I just wanted to be in a more positive mindset today. So I went out for a run and I honestly did feel so much better afterwards. I feel like when I'm having a really bad day or whatever, the best thing is just a really, really intense run or HIIT workout or something like that to just like get my energy out, and it makes me feel so much better. So I will say things have gone slightly downhill from there because we still don't have a fix for our washer and we are basically entirely out of clothes at this point. So I was looking on maps, realized the closest laundromat is like a 20-minute walk. So I was like, I'm just gonna do my laundry in the bathtub. How bad could it be? The answer is pretty bad. Actually, the washing process was not difficult, but the really, really bad part was wringing out the water from all of the clothes. I got to a point where my hands and wrists were like cramping and I couldn't could not continue on. So I ended up putting like half of my laundry into the dryer, but it's taking so long to dry, obviously, because in the washing machine, obviously it'll spin the clothes really fast to get most of the water out. And when you're wringing by hand, it's just impossible to do that good of a job. So anyway, but luckily our last delivery did come in today. So finally we have dishwashing liquid. That was the main thing I was really waiting for. So yeah, for the rest of the day today, I have quite a few moving tasks, I guess, just washing new dishes, putting things away where they belong, like figuring out how we're gonna organize things. We now have a dining table, which is great, but we don't have any dining chairs. So until then, we've been eating on the floor, which is like classic moving experience. I am feeling much better today than I was yesterday, so that's great, but I am just like so deeply tired. I feel like moving is just, it's one of those things. It is so mentally and physically draining. I'm very excited over the next couple of weeks to finally feel settled and have like all the basics that we need. I will say though, on my run this morning, I had a beautiful moment where I remembered, oh my God, I'm living in Australia. I had worked on this move for a whole year leading up to it and dreamt about it for so long before that. So I'm trying to remind myself to take it in, to enjoy it. This move-in process is just a small piece of what will be an amazing year. I feel like there's stuff to do from the moment I wake up until the moment I go to sleep every day. And yeah, I feel like I'm pushing a rock up the hill. Anyway though, I'm tired, but the show must go on. So I'm going to pop out into the kitchen and see what we can do. Hello. So I think it's day 3, maybe 4 since we moved in, and I think we are finally actually moved in. Now, that's not to say we're done by any means. We just have all the kind of like basic essentials, you know, set up and ready to go, but we still have a lot of furniture that we need. We're also still missing pots and pans that we'll be able to cook with and a few things like that, and our fridge is pretty barren. But yeah, I would say for the most part, we're moving into the kind of setup phase, and I'm very happy to be out of the initial first few days. Unfortunately, the AC is still not fixed and the washing machine is still not fixed. The AC doesn't really bother me. It's been pretty cool, but the washing machine has been not great, to be honest. This morning I got to a point where I was like, my towels, since they were new, were just shedding fuzz everywhere. So I was like, I just have to wash them in the tub, even though I've already done 2 loads of laundry in the tub, and it's actually a nightmare having to wring stuff out. But I was like, I gotta wash these. So those are in the tub right now. Luckily our dryer works, so thank God for that. But anyway, I think we're gonna start moving into the apartment setup vlogs where I'm getting a little bit more into like decorating it and personalizing it. And I am on a mission with this apartment to make it, number 1, beautiful, number 2, cozy and like comfortable, but number 3, to do all of this on a budget and try to be as resourceful as possible. I'm not sure how long we'll end up staying here, but in the case that we do leave at the end of the year, I want the items I have in my house to be able to have more life after this apartment. So I've been trying to find items secondhand or at outlets or Facebook Marketplace, things like that. So I'm able to stretch my budget a little bit further, get items that are higher quality from better known brands so that I can resell them after the fact and make sure that I'm not just throwing a bunch of stuff away at the end of the year. But I think one of the mistakes I made in my previous house is that I had this mindset that I was moving. So I never really took the time to make it really comfortable and decorate it how I wanted it. So yeah, I think that'll be a really fun challenge. And we also have a lot of organizing to do, like my closet, my kitchen, my bathroom, all of that is kind of still as if I am in a hotel. It's not really fully organized. So anyway, lots of exciting videos to come. I'm also excited to get back into health and fitness a little bit because I do have a high rocks in less than 2 months now and I need to get working on that. So I'm so excited. I have so many fun videos coming up. But anyway, thank you so much for being here, for joining me during the last few weeks of moving from the States, staying in Bondi, and then also of course moving into this apartment. It has been so much fun to document it and take you along with me. So if you'd like to see more from me, make sure to subscribe because I upload new videos every week and I will see you next time.